We lagged.
I know.
Thank God my pimples covered.
Didn't you say this was on?
Yeah.
Why does it say live video is starting?
Because it.
Oh, hey, you're live.
Oh, look at that.
Hey, this is Shannon. Where did you go?
Oh, there we are.
All right, there we go. Hey, this is Shannon Heider and
Deana Estrada.
With Be Real. Let's talk about this. Just a reminder, November 28th and December 6th and 7th, I'll be at the Forgiven Christian Boutique Store. Meet the author signings, spiritual playbook. Come, I sign my book, we can talk. Awesome stuff. So me and Deana was talking about, like, what should we talk about? And Deana said, trust and surrender. And I was like, well, I have a poem in my book called Surrender is Trusting. So I want to read this poem to you guys. It's a little teaser, I guess. It's called Surrender is Trusting. I went for a breath.
That's all, folks. That's all, folks. Okay, keep going. Don't you stop this.
And that was the end. Okay.
The book is done.
The end. Okay. Here it goes. I went for a brisk walk one day, and this is what I heard the Lord say. Close your eyes and see. I closed my eyes and began feeling around with my feet. As I walked, my ankle caught the sidewalk edge. Why did I get hurt, God? I did what you said. Then the Lord replied, you did not do what I said. You relied on you and your five senses instead. It takes courage to trust in me. You first have to believe, then see. It only takes courage because you lack revelation knowledge. It's hard to believe a stranger, this you must acknowledge. Trust will develop when you spend time in me. It is revelation knowledge that causes blind eyes to see. Where there is no vision, my people perish or go astray. The lack of vision is what you had that day. You have become accustomed to depending on yourself. It's a result the flesh manifested itself. The first step on the beam was to acknowledge where you were at and come to me. Once you have come to me, surrender and believe. Believing is foundational for faith. I have provided a way of escape. In faith, see yourself on the other side. In me and me only you must abide. Faith activated is my word made manifest. This you must swallow, this you must digest. I am the sustenance that you must eat. Without me, you will deplete. You no longer have to be afraid of death. I am your life supply. I am your breath. Remember the Boer War and the revelation I gave? You must choose to give your life in order to be saved. Will you surrender to me? No matter the cost, will you surrender to me? Are you willing to give your life for things you believe? Will you trust me? And then here's me speaking. God, forgive me, but I was afraid. This day I take courage in what you say. Yes, I surrender, no matter the cost. As long as I'm with you, nothing is lost. You gave your life for me. There is no other love greater than thee. And it was awesome because when I wrote that poem, the Lord, I was walking around the block. And when I was walking around the block, I was walking at a pretty brisk, fast pace. And as I'm walking, the Lord says, close your eyes. And I noticed when I closed my eyes, immediately I slowed down. And I started feeling around with my feet. And as I'm walking, I catch the corner edge of the sidewalk. And I'm like, God, I just did what you said. I said, but I got hurt. And he was like, but you didn't do what I said. And it was like in that moment, I'm like, oh my God, as soon as he told me to close my eyes when I was walking fast, I literally stopped walking fast and I started feeling around with my feet.
Mm.
And I'm like, oh my God. I literally am relying on my senses. I did not trust him at all.
Mm.
And so after he showed me that, I closed my eyes and I hurry up and I started walking down the sidewalk. And sure enough, when I did that, when I closed my eyes and I was walking down the sidewalk,
Yeah.
I literally got to where I was going and I was smack dab in the center of the sidewalk.
Wow.
So
That's good.
because I know one of the things the Lord's working on me is surrender and trusting.
Yeah.
Which I know you're walking through that right now.
Right now. Yeah. Now.
Did you want to talk about that a little?
Well, with the trust and surrender, it's like, I like how he says, trust trust builds when you spend time with me. In the poem where it says that, and it's like, wow. In the time that I'm in now, it's like I didn't trust him, and it's like, and I haven't really spent time. I've just been doing other things, and it's like, before years ago, it's like when I was living in apartments where I was at, I wanted out of there because it was just really bad, and my marriage was really bad. So it's like I wanted out of there, and it's like, okay, I don't have anywhere to go. I don't have nowhere to live. How am I going to do this? And how am I going to pay this? And how am I going to survive? So it was like, move in with your mom, I heard, and I'm like, yeah, that's not going to work.
Yeah, right.
And then I heard that she's not the same. And I thought, okay, I got to lose everything. I lost my place. I lost the husband, but that's okay because I asked, the Lord, open the door for that. But
right,
there's just a huger story behind that. So
yeah.
So I did. I trusted and surrendered, and I moved in with my mom, and it was its rough times, but it was a reason for that. There was healing in our relationship.
Right.
And there was just so much more. I still live with her. It's been 3 years. But there was just so much more that he reconciled between me and my mom.
Well, and he showed you a little on judgment too.
Yeah,
judging people.
Yeah. I judged her for her past of how she used to treat me and how we used to never click together. It was like fire and water.
Right, because you didn't want to move in there because you were judging her, and the Lord's like, she's not the same.
The same, yeah. But you were praying to get out of here,
right,
and getting away from this, and now you're like, no, So I trusted and surrendered.
I gotta go back.
Yeah, and I did, and I have been blessed since.
Yeah.
Now I'm in a new season of trust and surrender.
Right.
So when you said that, it's like, man, I trusted him before.
Right.
What is my problem now?
Right. Like, what is it that makes you not fully surrender. And trust?
But and I believe it's because of the surrender part. I trust him, because if he told me to leave, I know he has something better for me. The surrender part is where I'm going.
So I'm glad you said that, because you're like, well, I surrendered to him, but I didn't trust him.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
And remember, so we met with Pastor Jonathan Davis at Intersection Church today, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And so we were talking about an eagle. So when you think of storms, you think of eagles, right? Well, an eagle, when he extends his wings actually lock. So when the storm comes, that the storm actually pushes him above the storm, and now the eagle's soaring. And I thought that was pretty cool, but the cool thing is the Lord showed me that the wings represent trust and surrender. And when Deana talks about how she's surrendered, but she doesn't trust, it's like, picture like a wing, like one out and one in, and now you just picture it just flying in circles. So now you're going in circles because you fully haven't trusted and surrendered to soar like
Right.
he intended you to do.
Well, I trusted him. I just haven't surrendered.
Oh, so it's the opposite.
That's the opposite.
So you trust him.
I trust him.
That's right.
Yeah, but I haven't surrendered because my expectations is like, okay, if he pulls me out of this, then I'm gonna have something bigger and something more money, and I'm gonna get in a management position, and I'm getting out of the barrel.
Well, did you tell him what you just did with your job?
So
they know what you're talking about?
I worked at my job for 3 years and going on 4 in July. And there was just a lot of stuff going on. So usually I'm pretty understanding when that kind of stuff happens. I'm like, okay, Lord, is it my time? It's getting pretty bad. Let me know.
Yeah.
So I heard it was time, and on Halloween was my last day. So I've been sitting here like, okay, my payments are coming, and we've grown up to focus on work and money, but the Lord is different from that. His thoughts are not our thoughts. His thoughts are, where I put you is the kingdom.
Right.
You're putting the kingdom into the darkness, and a lot of these places have a lot of things going on, a lot of darkness.
It's not about
people.
money.
It's not about money. It's about the people that the Lord wants saved.
Right.
Those who will receive them will receive them. Those who will reject will reject.
Right.
But that's the place that you're to be, because the Lord knows who will receive them and who's been crying out to him.
Right.
So when a position came up, I didn't expect it. Matter of fact, I have an interview today at 2:20, but it's lower than where I was at. It's lower than where I was at, and it's a place I didn't really want to be.
Oh, God.
But there's where I need to surrender, because it ain't about where the place is,
right.
And it's not about the lower pay. It's about those people's souls that need to be saved.
Right.
And I realized that this morning when I was a little upset yesterday, like, come on, Lord, like, come on.
Right.
Like, do I really have to go there? That is the most places I never would ever want to work.
Like, you wanted him to give you this high $30 an hour job that's so great, and here he brought you in a place of humility.
Humility, yeah. Oh gosh, 2 Corinthians.
It's 2 Corinthians
4.
2 Corinthians
2 Corinthians 4.
What does it say? Read it.
It's our humility. That's so nice. But I understood that one.
Yeah.
Because we have Christ in us, and it sometimes takes humility so they could see Christ. You know. So, but yeah.
Well, it goes back to the question that he asked me. It's like, are you willing to follow me no matter the cost?
Yeah. Right.
And it's like, are we living for things? Are we living so that we're comfortable?
Yeah.
Or are we living for God? Are we saying, here, Lord, no matter the cost, no matter if it costs me my comfortability, I'm here to follow you.
Yeah.
But even getting in that place of, are you willing to follow me no matter the cost? A lot of people don't want to pay the cost.
Not when you're comfortable.
And I love what Catherine Kuhlman said. She was like, you look at all the glamour and you look at all the miracles and all these things. And she goes, you don't know the cost it took for me to walk in this anointing.
Yeah. Oh.
And a lot of people don't want to do that.
Yeah.
They don't want to pay that cost. They want to be comfortable. They want to live their lives the way they want to live their lives.
They don't want to deal with stuff that comes with the negativity, the trials and tribulation. They just want to make that smooth walk. That's why I like the things when they post on Facebook. This is our walk to God, and this is God's walk to God. And it's got all these spikes and stuff, and it's true, because I did go through a lot at my old job.
Yeah.
But it was areas that I needed perfected in.
Right.
Even though at the time I'd cry and be like, why me? And they treat me so bad. And
right.
But it was to build me up in areas that I needed to be strengthened.
Right.
And I thank him for that. So now, this next mission is going to be even more strengthening in I don't know what areas. I guess I'll find out.
Yeah, I know
You
we
know.
have a lot.
But it's also helping people out there that need it, that need to hear about Jesus or my story or my life or my walk.
Yeah.
So it's worth the when you look at it that way more, it's really worth the sacrifice when you look at it as what he's doing and what he wants.
Right.
The sacrifice does get easier because it's like it's not me, it's him.
Well, then you go to this where the scripture says it's no longer I that lives,
Yeah.
but Christ that lives in me.
Yeah.
And now that I live this life in the flesh, I live by the faith of God.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like you have to go back to what Revelation says. It's Revelation 12:11. It's like we overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the word of our testimony, not loving our lives even unto death.
Yeah.
We skip that part.
Yeah. Yeah.
What if God sends us into a place,
Yeah.
that's not so nice?
Right. Yeah.
Are you willing to trust him with your life?
Right.
That he will protect you?
Right. That's why he says my grace to Paul is sufficient for you.
Right.
He'll give you the grace to go through it. He has with me with the job I just let go through my years.
Mm-hmm.
I've gotten through it,
Right.
because of him.
Yeah.
But it was tough. It was tough at home, moving back in.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't easy. Yeah, she didn't change, but there was some
There are still
things that
right.
really there's a battle and a lot of cries and a lot of
So would you say
prayer.
You said you've been there for 3 years now, right?
Yeah.
So would you say that you can see that God's been really doing some reconciliation between you and your mom?
Yes, a lot. A lot of wounds are healed because when there's any kind of words, it wouldn't affect me. It wouldn't hurt my heart. It's like,
right.
I see her through God's eyes, and it made it so much easier.
Yeah.
And the love covers a multitude of sins.
Right.
So when I gave her the love, no matter even when she didn't deserve it, I gave her love even when she was being mean, which means love as in I cooked for her, I cleaned the house for her. She didn't have to ask. I just did it, even though she would be mean. Mm. It changed her. She's not mean anymore.
That's good.
She doesn't treat me like crap. She doesn't get mad at me because she's mad at my dad
and it's your conduct. I mean, when people say things to us, okay, so this is awesome. So think about Jesus, right? When he says turn the other cheek, right?
Yeah.
If you look at like this side of the face as offense and then this side of the face as the love of God,
mm-hmm.
and it's like if someone smacks you on this side of the face, that offense comes immediately.
Yeah.
Because the word said the offense will come.
Yeah.
But we're to lay that offense down. Now, there are people who get smacked on that side of the face, and now they're in this offense. And instead of turning the other cheek and offering them the love of God,
mm-hmm.
I've been there before.
Yeah.
Where I've stayed in this offense instead of turning the other cheek and walking in God's love.
Yeah.
But I think with you, when you're talking about you and your mom, I think that you've came to I know that you've come
mm-hmm.
to a place where when a smack does come,
I hurry up.
You're no longer staying, you're catching those foxes.
Yes.
You're catching that fox.
Yeah.
That so often come to hinder our relationship with Christ.
Yeah.
And instead of allowing it to hinder your relationship with Christ, you're immediately turning the other cheek.
Yeah.
And offering them the love of God, seeing them through God's eyes. I thought that was awesome.
Yeah, because a lot of offenses come that hurt. It comes, so I would react a lot to defend myself, and it's like I don't have to act. I just had to show the love and respond more than react. And when I would respond, it was a better outcome than reacting. Because reacting, we react out of hurt and pain.
Right.
When she would say stuff, it would hurt. And I would react. But the Lord was gradually showing me and teaching me to just respond, and it's just, that's how it is now. It's just always a respond, and it just
Right.
always turns out better. Even though I had to give a lot of those cries and offenses to God, I'd go out in the basement and just cry and say, this hurt me, and I'd express how I felt. And then I'm like, you know what, you just take it all. Take it. I can't carry this. Because sometimes I knew when I was carrying it, when you carry something,
Oh yeah,
you get frustrated,
it's heavy.
you get angry, and it's heavy, but it you might not catch it till like 3 or 4 to a week, but by the time you're like, what is wrong with me? And then you just ask, Lord, what is this? And then he will show you. Like,
Right.
this memory will come up, and you're like, oh yeah, my mom did hurt me, or yeah,
Right.
my brother did hurt me. And it's like, okay, I give this to you, and I
Right.
forgive them.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, thank you for joining us today. The topic was surrender is trusting. Um, think about your lives and think about the areas that you're struggling to trust God. Think about the areas where you haven't surrendered your life to God. And just, pour out your fears and your concerns before the Lord, and just allow him to heal those areas. Ask the Holy Spirit to show you what's the hindrance, what's the block that's causing you not to fully surrender to him, to fully trust him. And we're trusting God that he'll do a great move in everyone's life. So.
And don't do like me, ask and then hurry up and go make yourself a cheeseburger. Just make sure that you wait to hear.
We love you guys, and we'll hope to see you tomorrow. Have a good one. Trust and surrender. Don't forget. Oh, lastly, spiritual playbook. That's my dogs. Love you guys. Oh,
that was loud.
You stinker.
Hey, that's him. Boy, you're loud.